1, 2, 1, 2. Hey, everybody. This is a Autumn Wind playoff broadcast. So we're going right away. We had a kick return for 24 yards and then a flat pass for 7 yards on first down. And then it looks like a flat or a run for 0 yards. Excuse me. Whedon throws for 9 yards on 3rd and 3, picks up a first down. So Shreveport's on the move near midfield. This is the NFC Conference Championships in Autumn Wind. Off tackle right to Bernard, goes on the D card. Offensive onside guard +7 or +2, and Chance Warmack can't make the block. His forward rating doesn't hold up. So here we go, end run right to Bernard. Picks up 3 yards, that'll set up 3rd and 5. Again, the guard, Warmack, couldn't make the block. Back-to-back plays, Warmack, what's up? Well, what's up is the white die was a little too high, that's what's up. He'll only make the play on the white die 4. So 3rd and 5, 3 wide against 3-3-5. Lamar Miller in the game, it's still looking past to him. Exactly 5 yards. Miller knows where the sticks are. He was a seasoned veteran there. 1st and 10 now at the 42, inside Houston territory. Shreveport would love to take an early lead. Again, another spectator joining us. Short pass to Alshon Jeffrey being double covered. Nathan comes up with a big pick. And Brandon Whedon, who led the Autumn Wind in quarterback rating by avoiding those types of mistakes, locks in on his receiver. He was double covered, and Ronald Darby steps in front and picks it off. That'll bring the Houston Texans out on the field. That was a Shreveport steamer. Did I even introduce the teams? Man, I'm like hit with the suddenness of how quickly this game started. So here we go. The Texans are out to their 41, and it's 1st and 10. They're going to go 3 wide with Frank Gore in the backfield. Watkins, Willie Snead, Ahmad Green, and Ben Watson are the receivers. Trying to get Tom on here to take over the play-by-play duties so I can be the color man. But he hasn't shown up. I texted him the Hangout link. I'll text it again. Okay, off tackle run right. Offensive onside guard +5 or +0. The guard is a 6. That's Kevin Zeitler. But because he was 3 wide, that changes his run rating down to a 5. Maybe I need to email this to Tom, which I also did, along with the rest of the league. Long pass to Willie Snead. 1 man in zone. It's incomplete. So that'll be 3rd and 10. So Nathan likes to spread him out. He'll run out of this formation from time to time. Probably not in this situation. 3rd and 10 is a little too much to ask. But hey Tom, what's up? So you're catching the game in progress. It's 3rd and 10. Game a couple minutes already. All right, cool. So you saw the interception?
Yes, I didn't see. I saw the result. I didn't see the precursor.
Yeah. So Rick got a decent kickoff. Long pass to Willie Snead here. Receiver rating incomplete. So he drove down the field. He was inside Texan territory when Nathan correctly double-teamed Alshon Jeffrey to pick the ball off. And then Nathan goes 3 and out. So why don't you take over the play-by-play stuff if you're up for it? And then
sure, I'm up for it. Just so this is now Shreveport with the ball. That's Rick Byron's. You're still sharing your screen, right? So I can just watch this in game.
Yes, let me go ahead and do that. That's a good point.
Well, I'm sharing my screen too. You can kick it to me if you want.
I like my screen better because it's you can see more. It's a little wider.
Okay.
So, go ahead.
So leave it on your screen. That's fine. I'm watching in the game, so that's fine. It looked like Houston only got to about was a Shreveport. They didn't get far into there's a flat pass for 45 yards. Guess right on a receiver rating.
Gio
Bernard. Where did the interception happen? It didn't seem like he was deep into Texan territory.
No, it was about at the 30, and then he returned it out to the 41.
About the 30.
Yeah.
The Texan 30. Okay, so I just missed that play. But 1st and 10 here, midway through the first quarter. You got Shreveport hosting Houston. Both these teams with upsets in the divisional round over Dallas and Grand Rapids. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah.
A combined
that was the number 1 and 2 seeds go down on the same day. It wasn't even the
combined 20. Yeah, combined 29-3, I believe. Second down,
Amazing.
11. And you remember, Dennis, in our Autumn Wind season preview show, I predicted that Shreveport would defeat Grand Rapids in the playoffs to make the conference finals. I've been one upset.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yes, so I was to my own horn. I'm always good for that, Dennis. Third down and 1 for Shreveport at the Houston 37. So the second foray into Houston territory. So if my sources are accurate.
Did it catch you as a surprise that Whedon led the league in quarterback rating? I didn't realize that until Rick mentioned it.
Not at all. Linebacker for Giovanni Bernard, 1 yard guess wrong. First down. So the first down for Shreveport at the Houston 36. They've been going blocking back one halfback. It looks like the whole game. You got Whedon has got a very fine quarterback card. Just can't go deep. Off tackle for Giovanni Bernard guess wrong. Gates 2. Second down and 8. You got Jeffrey and Randall as the receivers. So very good cards there. Gary Barnage. A lot of weapons for Whedon to throw to in a decent running game. So and he's going to throw a lot of flat passes. We don't know what his schedule looked like. So, not all that surprised. Rick, and of course, maybe more important than all of that stuff is that Rick is an excellent coach. Second and 8, off tackle left Giovanni Bernard guessed right this time. He gains 4. Third and 4. The winner of this game makes the Super Bowl.
Yeah, the Uber Bowl. Remember, we don't call it the Super Bowl in Autumn Wind.
And I think that even these coaches were not predicting a Super Bowl finish when they started early in the season. Do you agree with that?
I would agree. I mean, I think that they want, that's always the goal. That's the secret goal. But there were some really strong powerhouses that went out. These guys took them out. So.
Yeah, but I'm saying, I'm saying when the season started and they're making their moves for the year and this and that, I don't think either one of these guys was thinking.
Yeah, I don't even think.
Although this is a Super Bowl team, they're just like, we're going to make the playoffs. We got a pretty decent team.
Exactly.
Maybe it's a big division, and we're going to win the division. And then they get in there, and then of course you play to win, and they both won. And now one of them it's a huge season for Houston or Shreveport to make the Uber Bowl in this conference. I mean, the way the season started, look at and they knew what they were up against with Dallas and Grand Rapids, and even Michigan 11-5 after 8-0 start. So anyway, while we were talking, Shreveport kicked a field goal, a 47-yarder to take a 3-0 lead. We got spectators joining and dropping, and the kick was 9 yards deep and was returned 26 yards. To give the Texans the first down throw on 17. Now they're chatting and someone's knocking on my door.
It looks like there's a small formation controversy as Nathan points out that Rick's linebackers are reversed. So we'll see what happens there. Let me go ahead and present my screen back again. Nope. He says, I don't think so. It's been like this all season. So he has Thomas Davis on the right and Willie Young on the left. Now I could go up to the website real quick and check the depth charts, but
controversy.
Nathan's,
well, not really controversy.
Yeah, some controversy there.
Well, don't make more than it is, but yeah, maybe there was a depth chart error or something.
Yeah, we'll let it lie for now.
Yeah, I think Nathan and Rick both know what their teams are doing all year.
Right. So guess wrong run to core goes for naught on the dreaded 5.
So second time, my first look at the Texans, and Dennis, when you're going to beat the 15-1 Dallas Cowboys 27-10, who would you want a quarterback? But Case Keenum.
Hey, you're familiar with these guys. You have a team that was quarterbacked by Keenum with one of your running backs being Gore. Am I right?
No, I didn't have a Case Keenum team.
You had Brandon Whedon. I'm sorry, you had a Brandon Whedon team.
Yes.
You had Rick's quarterback with Nathan's running back. Right?
Well, Gore was a backup for me.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they did a quarterback, yes.
So now they got it straightened out.
Yeah, so
3-5 is wrong.
Yeah, there was an error on the 3-3-5 only.
Another dreaded 5 on a draw call, too.
Yep. Okay, so Houston's got 3rd and 10. Now, as we know, famously this year, no dump off and Autumn Wind. So you're going to expect less of an offensive game, less first downs, more punting. The scores aren't off by probably more than a couple of points. I'd have to look. But when you're watching and you're playing, you just feel like there's a lot more 3-and-outs and fewer third and long conversions with no dump off.
Exactly. It's a lot harder to convert on third down. That's the problem.
3rd and 10 for the Texans at their own 17. And here's an example of it right here. And it can be even harder, Dennis, when you have Case Keenum.
Yeah, I would imagine so, yes.
Short pass to A.J. Green, not being double teamed, but single covered by a 6. Is that or a 5? I don't have my glasses on. Defender to complete Devon House is the 5 from the Jacksonville Jaguars. Johnny Hecker, the best punter in the NFL, as some people would say, especially now with that guy McBride retiring. Boom's a 57-yarder on a 4, and it's a 7-yard return. Nathan's got very good opponent PR, except for the dreaded 12-long gain. Equally dreaded. Lamar Miller checks in. Rick complaining when the cards came out that he got screwed with Miller's card this year, but he only ran the ball about 12, 14 times a game on a team that passed the ball predominantly. Short pass, Alshon Jeffrey gets wrong. Is complete for 12 yards on a first down. Brandon Whedon throws a pretty ball.
I think that's one of the reasons why Whedon led the league in quarterback rating is because he's got those two strong runners, Miller and Gio Bernard. More so Bernard, I would guess.
Yes, and a willingness to use them.
Mm-hmm.
And he's happy to throw flat, and he's got good receiving targets all over the field.
Yeah,
maybe the division was weak. Pitch out left to Lamar Miller. There's a guy there, gets wrong, gets 5 yards on his card.
We've both played Rick when he has good running backs, and he's just content to pound, and then open it up once you start calling run. So that's a strategy.
Yes, and he mixes the pass in often enough that he's not going to run it like 7 straight plays. He mixes it often enough that it keeps you off balance. Flat pass left to Ryan Griffin. White die 6.
2 men in zone in the other 2 zones, but not in that one.
That's what I don't like about the anti-dump off crowd. They're okay with the white die 6 rule. I don't like. I was there. Why is it no men in zone? But they don't seem to get upset about that. Anyway, am I going to ruin the championship game by turning it into a dump off diatribe, Dennis?
a dump off, dump fest.
Yes. Both these guys are average, right, Dennis?
That's correct. Oh no, Rick, I think has. Wait a minute.
No, I just checked. I think both average.
Oh, they are average. You're right. I thought for some reason Rick was good on pass.
Yeah, so we're going to get some more scoring in this game. We'll see. Nathan with the 3-4 blitz, showing blitz. Second, Nathan Houston 35. Big sequence upcoming as the Steamer try to get into field goal range at least. Off tackle right to Lamar Miller. Blocker could not make the block. It's John Reed's only a 4. So 3-yard gain makes sense of a 3rd and 5. But he is in field goal range. You like to get a little closer. He goes 3 wide, 1 halfback. Nick goes to nickel 3-3-5. Nathan's got a 6 covering Ruben Randall. And a 5 covering Alshon Jeffrey.
Yeah, and that's another reason why you know that Nathan wasn't thinking about Super Bowl is because he didn't make those final few trades to change that 0 free safety into a higher number and get up to good pass defense, for instance.
And he does always he's going to go for it here. He did an off tackle. And
go big or go home.
And he's going on 4th and 2. I'd like to see what his kicker is. He's 28, 11, and 12. So this is actually not a bad field goal chance. He's going to full house. I don't like this call, Dennis. I would have kicked the field goal under this rule set with no dump off.
Yeah, remember, as good as Whedon is on the flats, he's not that good on the short. You don't want to throw flat when you're in full house.
He's okay short wrong, and there's a short pass wrong incomplete. I mean, it's 5, 11, 15, 17, 19 units with the 5 receiver. That's not too bad.
Yes.
You like to be 21 or above, of course, but it's not too bad. But we saw there that it was bad enough to fail. On 4th and 2, guess wrong.
Right, and if you're going to go for it and not in full house, you could have thrown a flat pass there. And, of course, hindsight's 20/20.
Yes. Yes, I would have. I would like to see him kick the field goal there. Off tackle left to Frank Gore, gets wrong, gains 7 yards. Gore's got a pretty decent card. Again, a 30-team league. It's really amazing that they've got Shreveport and Houston, average defenses. Whedon versus Keenum for the championship to make the Super Bowl.
Long pass, gets wrong.
Of this conference.
No good.
For the championship of this conference in a 30-team league. That's amazing. So great job with these guys. 3rd down and 3 for Houston at the run 36 after the long pass wrong and complete. No, there was a man there, I think. Yeah, Rick Sell's secondary is 4s, except for AJ Green's a 5. So hope to those of us with down run takers. Another long pass to Sammy Watkins with no man. Receiver incomplete as Keenum throw was just fluttering in the air for too long, Dennis. Watkins was wide open, but eventually the defense, 4 guys got back there by the time the ball got there. So the punt is a good one, 53 yards, but Snake Eyes lucky wide. They returned to 28 yards for the Steamer, up to their own 39, and they lead 3-0.
So the Steamer has been using the Snake Eyes twice today. Once on Gio Bernard's 45-yard catch, and now again on the 28-yard punt return.
And right for Lamar Miller, and wrong rather, gains 8 yards. He has a very nice wrong column. I may have played the Steamer this year. He's a very terrible right column in that run. I don't remember if I played him or not. I remember looking at that card in one of these leagues. 2nd and 2 for the Steamer at the run 47. 12 minutes to go before the half. You're going to hear me lament that Rick not trying that 2-11-12 field goal for a while if the score until he gets until someone gets a 13-point lead.
Well, you got to figure with average defense, you're right. There is going to be a little bit more of an opportunity to have some scores. So maybe he felt he needed the points. But when you get a chance, Yeah, you get a chance to go up, get anything early in the championship game. You do it.
Well, it's more because of the rule set, I think. I think if you had the dump off, I'd have been more okay with it because you feel like you're going to need more points to win. Also, the other guy's got Case Keenum at quarterback. Off tackle right, Lamar Miller, run keep it not in that zone. Offensive on to them, +5 and +0. And Gary Barnage, 4 and 4, makes the block. 5 yards on a first down, big first down for the Steamer as they cross midfield to the Houston 48. But the guy's got Case Keenum at quarterback, so I'm not that worried. And Frank Gore, it's not like he's, the greatest show on turf over there. So I'm more willing to say, I'll take my 3 points here, my 3 points there. And we're left to Lamar Miller. Game's no gain. And we still want to try to score touchdowns with 4th and 2 over 2 to 11 12 field goal to go up 6-0. And you're at the 29 anyway. It's like the 3-yard line.
Right.
I'm going to try the field goal.
And Nathan had a couple of chances there as a strat coach. When you get that 0-minute zone and you go deep, you need to hit those when your offense is not the greatest. So
yes, as a pitch out left, Lamar Miller gains 12. But it's hard. Even a great quarterback and great receiver gets wrong. It's at best like a 50-50 play at best.
Exactly.
So you're supposed to fail. Then you have a call like Keenum's or Whedon's, which aren't that great on wrong. It's not Tom Brady. The odds are even less that you're going to complete the pass even on wrong, even with no man on wrong. Flat pass left to Ryan Griffin, and Houston did not have a defender there covering Griffin anyway. Yes, there was no one in zone, and Griffin was uncovered, so it's an 8-yard pickup, 2nd and 2. We've seen Nathan blitzing a little bit as he likes to do. You can see with this offense could be a little tough to stop, Dennis.
You're right. When you have runners like that can grind it out, he doesn't have the greatest offensive line, but he's got good flat passing and good runners. That's a nice.
Looking pass to Lamar Miller, receiver gets right incomplete. Well, read me the pass blocking on that line from left to right if you can.
All right, from left to right. So from my left over here, 4-7. So 7, 5, 5, 4, 3.
Okay, so not the greatest pass blocking either, outside of a good left tackle. 3rd and 2 for Shreveport, back where they were deja vu all over again. They're at the 28. They were at 4th and 2 at the 29 just a few minutes ago. Off tackle right to Lamar Miller, offensive onside tackle. This time makes the block. That's Ja Reed getting. He was full house. So getting the bump up to +5.
Yeah. But in this rule set, maybe that's the kind of offense you want to build: a powerful running game with a good flat passing game.
Yeah, and Whedon has got a very fine short pass. Very fine. He's got a decent enough short pass card and short pass right with the must runs. He's actually not too bad, and he's got good receiving targets. So I don't think you should sell the short pass game wrong on on Whedon. That can be effective as well. Offensive onside guard +8 to +3. Chance Warmer could not make the block. So it's 2nd down to 7 for Shreveport at the Houston 19. Midway through the second quarter, these veteran coaches playing fast and furious.
Yeah, brisk pace here. This is great.
Yeah, it's not like Tom Cook versus John Madden.
Man, that's the combo right there, man. That was great.
That is yes. And that was at least as much my fault as John's. I knew I was playing very deliberately and very, very slowly. And only later did I find out that John also plays very slowly. User dropped. Let's hope it's not one of our contestants here.
I don't think it is. I'm able to type still. Usually when one of them disconnects, I lose my ability to type.
Okay.
But who knows?
It was a superpower.
Yes.
Kryptonite.
That's it.
But we have a lengthy delay here. Madden-like.
I know. I'm hesitant to type anything, but maybe I should just to see if we are connected.
You should. I get the feeling that that is probably 10-7 Houston right now. We've missed some place.
Okay. Well, you have your screen up.
No,
still,
it'll be
right?
10-7.
Are you still watching?
I have my screen up, but there's no action happening. It just says user dropped.
Yeah, it's the same here. So let me jump back in again.
I'll do the same. Since you're
really good.
Since you're controlling the hangout, I can just ignore the production side.
I just ate one. I could eat 2. It's delicious. Looks like I have an instant message here. Rick, reloaded. Okay, so they're waiting for us to rejoin. So they must have been talking to each other.
No, I should click join server, right, Dennis?
Watch, not join server.
I'm just teasing. In the beginning of watching these games, I used to always click watch game, and it was always a problem. But now I've learned. I think I still did the other day once. Looking at Gary Barnett, short game touchdown. As soon as we came back, it was flat pass wrong. 11 short game for Whedon, 19 yards. Suddenly my volume has increased for some reason, which I know it didn't do. My hand might have hit the thing here. Anyway, it's a 10-0 steamer. And what can Case Keenum, as the user drops again, it's a different user, it looks like. Case Keenum's going to have to lead these Texans from behind. Not his forte. Off tackle left for Frank Gore. Offensive onside tackle 8-3. That's an 8-yard pickup. Teron Armstead making the block. Dennis, yes, you're still there. Okay, good. 2nd down and 2. Houston at their own 30. Off tackle right to Frank Gore. Defense gets the pass. It's a loose ball. It is Frank Gore gains 6 yards in the first down and a fumble, but Jake Matthews recovered it for the Texans. The offensive left tackle. That would have been disastrous. Already trailing 10-0 at their own 36-yard line. 3 wide, 1 halfback for Houston. Nathan likes to go 3 wide more than most coaches. Defensive end -1 of +5 is +5. A white die 6, beating a 4 of Jared Odrick. Nathan calling the plays fast and furious. It'll be a challenge for me to keep up. He goes 2 tight end, 2 wide, 1 running back. Ben Watson, your right tight end. Vance McDonald, your left tight end. Sammy Watkins and A.J. Green with some firepower on the outside. Short pass, Benjamin Watson. Defense gets his pass, 3-minute zone, defender X complete. Short game for 16 yards to Watson, and the Texans are across midfield to the Shreveport 43 on a good-looking drive. That was Case Keenum's first completion of the day. Long pass, Sammy Watkins. There's one man there. Incomplete, as this card is a veritable wasteland on Keenum. 2-12. The only thing is complete with a 10-mile run, and I can't imagine that's that great. He has the dreaded 2-7. Long pass, right, wrong. Chances which are about as bad as you can get. Off tackle draw for Frank Gore. There's a linebacker there, but the draw made him not count. It was on Gore's card anyway. Gets wrong for 5 yards, and it sets up a 3rd and 5 for the Texans at the Shreveport 38. Anything goes 3 wide, 1 halfback. There's a nose tackle 0 there. We'd like a lot of times you can see a linebacker here to set up a 4th and short from no man's land. You got Watkins covered by 4, Snead covered by 4, Ben Watson covered by 4. Hard for Rick to guess run when he's leaving these guys, these pretty good receivers or better against weak defenders. There's your draw to Frank Gore. 1 linebacker behind. Defense gets his pass, double doubles. And 10 gets wrong is 7 yards, but Luke Kuechly, of course, is a 6 and provides run containment. So it's only a 3-yard gain. And it sets up a 4th and 2 for the Texans at the Shreveport 35. A big play as they're down 10-0. Late first half, trying to get back on the board. Try to get a 1-score game in this championship to make the Uber Bowl. Tackle right to Frank Gore. There's no linebackers there. Defense gets run. Nathan was running out of 4. Gets +3 on Frank Gore's card against right for a huge first down on that 4th down conversion. Shreveport 32. 3 wide, 1 halfback for Nathan. He's done that a bit this drive, more than a bit. 10 carries, 37 yards for Gore. Off tackle left, Frank Gore. Gets right is 10 for 5 yards. 2nd and 5. So Gore's been the man doing a lot this drive. I hope this hangout is still going. Dennis appears to have been kicked or voluntarily left. See, Dennis tells me he's going to call the game with me. Long pass, Sammy Watkins. Defense double teaming with a linebacker. Incomplete. He says he's going to call the game with me. I get in the game for about 15 minutes, and he disappears for the rest of the game, tricking me into calling the entire game. 3rd and 5 for Houston at the Shreveport 27, just outside the 2-minute warning. He goes 3 wide again. Now Dennis is back. I hear him breathing.
Hey.
Dennis Nathan had a 4th and 2 conversion in no man's land, and he's driving. He's got a big 3rd and 5 at the Shreveport 27 with 2:06 to go. Tell me what his feel. I'm sharing my screen now, Dennis, because you.
Yes, I left it there.
We're disconnected. We got a linebacker Frank Gore again. If you're running these linebacks or draws of Gore on 3rd and 5, and they've been setting up short yardage 4th downs. So let's see what he does on 4th and 1. Greg the Leg Zerline is pretty terrible, isn't he, Dennis? Can you tell me what he is from 23 to 32?
Yeah, he's awful. Let me pull that up.
So you assume that Nathan would go for it here, 4th and 1, if Zerline is really poor, and he does. Nathan's going to go for it, 2 tight end, 2 wide, 1 running back. 4th and 1. He's been running at these tackle 4s, Dennis.
So he's 61% from that range.
He's been running off tackles at the defensive tackle 4s on his 4th and 2s. There's been 2 previous ones just a couple minutes ago on this side of the field. But now he knows that Rick knows he's running his off tackles. What's he going to do? Maybe a flat pass, short pass. AJ Green, maybe a short pass. Run key. Defender makes a short gain. It's complete. The 6 beating the 5 for the 4th down conversion on 4th and 1. We're bringing Nathan down to the 11-yard line. If a 5 makes a play there, he's still shut out. It's 10-0, and Shreveport will be leading 10-0 going into the half. Now instead, Nathan can put points on the board.
I figured a key part of Nathan's strategy today was to go after those 4 gains, but he's not going after. He says on that play, I'm going after the 5. Forget about the 4. I'm going after your best guy.
He was worried of the double team, and maybe if he goes short yardage, he becomes a 4 anyway. So anyway, it worked out well for him. Almost didn't though. 1st and 10 now at the Shreveport 11. Flat pass left, Benjamin Watson throwing at the 6. Defender X -2 +4, but he gains 4. Brandon Merriweather, the veteran, is only a 4. He's available.
Let the clock run here. If you're on defense, you're going to call timeout, I think.
He doesn't. Also, 2nd down to 6 from the 7. 1:07 to go. Off tackle left, Frank Gore. Defense calls run. Blocking back +1 and -1. He loses a yard.
I'm looking to see if these two teams have played this year, but they did not. So this is the first matchup between these two.
And highly anticipated, the Keenum-Whedon matchup, Dennis.
Yes, exactly.
3rd and 7 for the Texans at the Shreveport 8-yard line. He ran it last time off tackle. Now it's 3rd and long. He's got plenty of force to throw out. This is where a good coach, especially not that close to your own goal line, Dennis, at the 8, you can use your linebackers to double team here on defense because you're less likely to give up a touchdown rushing, even though Gore is a decent option and you've got defensive tackle 4s. So a little cat and mouse there. If you're Nathan, you feel like you really want to throw it, maybe an M run. Maybe do an M run at this right end 4. What do you think? That was going 3 wide.
And interesting, and Rick is not showing blitz. So that's when you're on defense, a lot of times you want to show blitz to get them to commit one way or another.
Well, maybe he's trying to trick him to saying, I can't double team, but I'm going to double team the linebackers, and he does. Short pass, Sammy Watkins. Right, wrong, and double team. Touchdown. Case Keenum as 2 and 7 complete. You need that 7 right, wrong, and double team. You're going to make the Super Bowl. If you win the Super Bowl, Dennis.
Case. The ace Keenum comes through
on the double team, and you see Rick may have been baiting Nathan there without showing blitz and without going nickel. I'm going to stay in my base defense, but then I know you're looking at all these 4s you can throw out, but I'm going to double team my linebackers, and that's what he did. He had a linebacker double team correct, but Nathan got the fortunate result, the unlikely result, and it's 10-7. So Shreveport with 22 seconds left at their own 33. Lamar Miller could probably go a long way. How long can he go, Dennis?
He's unlimited, so he has a long gain on one of his outside runs.
So you might see an M run, even though he goes 3 wide. Either an M run to him or maybe a flat pass to a guy with a dot. I'd like to see him stay in a 2 tight end if he could to keep the M run more viable. Because you got zeros back there for Nathan at free safety and extra defensive back. Flat pass right, Gary Barnage. This could be good yards. Short gain and a 20-yard pickup.
Wow.
Now Rick is lamenting not calling that earlier timeout that you were looking for, Dennis, which a lot of people probably would have called that timeout. Because you know Nathan's not going to run out of time there, and you give yourself more time if you get a good return or a couple of decent plays. If you had 37 seconds left now instead of 15, you'd feel better about his chances to set up a long field goal.
Yeah, the only tricky thing is that you could have gotten a first down without getting a touchdown. It would have been at the 1-yard line, but you can't worry about that. You got to save that time.
Yeah, looking past Lamar Miller, receiver gets right incomplete. Now Rick having the 2 timeouts said I could throw a look in, but Nathan says I will not leave that zone open. Now we've got 8 seconds left. Now, how far can the Shreveport kicker try from Dennis on his regular thing? And what is it? What's his long field goal chance? You need to look at the notebook instead of looking at the percentage, Dennis.
Okay.
It's done. Team notebook, click, field goal, 33-37, 2-6, and 12. That's a lot better than telling me it's 43%.
Oh, I thought the bottom line, you just wanted them numbers.
We went 2-6 and 12. That's what we want to hear. It's the strat terms. No one knows 41.7%.
I thought I was being helpful here. Like, now I'm getting chastised.
Well, I do have a tendency to be a little harsh on everyone, including myself. So 2nd down to 10. Flat pass right to Lamar Miller. And a defender X -3, -1, loses a yard. So Rick needed to get about 15 yards of that previous play. and he was hoping for a flat pass short gain. He lets the clock run out here, and we're at halftime. I don't know what conference this is. What conference is this?
This is the NFC according to the game mode, but this is, I think they give it special names, like the Hallis or something like that. I don't know.
That's
the Mankiewicz.
No, that's the divisions. The conferences are, I believe, the NFC and the AFC.
Oh, okay.
But it's the divisions that have the special names. I could be wrong about that. I don't know my autumn win history that well. This was my third season in it. Yes, I'm in Jeff Fisher territory. 6 and 10, 8 and 8, 7 and 9.
Yeah, so the way they do it is the you're right. The AFC and the NFC are broken up, but then you have NFC Lombardi, NFC Hallis, NFC Walsh. So this is both these teams were in the NFC. Rick won the NFC Lombardi division, and Nathan won the NFC Walsh division.
Yeah, just to make it a little harder, when you've got 3 Phoenix Cardinals running around, we're also going to not say East, Central, West, and everyone's going to change division and conference every single year. Kind of hard to keep track. It's kind of hard to keep track of who's where. Limerick to Langford. So it's interesting. It's a big surprise though when the divisions come out. I'm like, okay, well, who's in my division?
It's exciting. It's like the World Cup draw to see which team, if you're in the group of death or not.
2nd and 9 for the Texans, and that's what's amazing is that this conference had 2 of the best teams in the league. Off tackle Jordan Franco left. There's a fumble recovered by Shreveport on a +5, +36. So Franco rumbles for 36 yards on a white tie 6 against Shreveport's 5 in the Snake Eyes, and he fumbles it. Willie Young hustling from behind to strip him and recover it. So a de facto punt type of play for the Texans, but it's a turnover, and Shreveport's got it through on 37, leading 10-7. I see Dennis, it could be a 13-7 if they had tried that field goal. Shreveport's Gary Barnage double teamed, was incomplete, would have been double teamed anyway, incomplete anyway. But this conference, Dennis, had 15-1, 14-2, and the Panthers were 8-0 and finished 11-5. So those are the 3 best records in the conference, and these 2 teams show up and make the conference finals. Looking past the Gary Barnage defense calls run. Gets wrong as an 8-yard gain, and Whedon throws a pretty ball. Jerry Jones will tell you. 4 catches, 54 yards for Barnage. 32 Whedon, 12-17, 155, 1 touchdown, 1 interception.
So Gore has an 8 out of 1,000 chance to fumble, and he's had 2 fumbles today, losing 1.
Untimely. 3rd and 2 for Shreveport at their own 45. But Nathan knows he's still in it. That's very frustrating, especially you get the big run. You'll get all excited, and then, where'd the ball go? I don't have it anymore. That's not good. And Rick stayed with the blocking back, halfback this time. No full house. He gets a wrong call. Giovanni Bernardo off tackle for 6. And Giovanni has got 8 more unfatigued carries. So you're still going to see a fair amount of Lamar Miller in here. Flat pass left, Gary Barnage, 2-minute zone. Incomplete on the defense. 2nd down and 10 for Shreveport at the Houston 49. Rick says, "Get me another first down. Get me inside the 30. I want to try a field goal."
When you're facing a coach like Nathan, you hate having him to have good blitzers and to be playing a 3-4. He's deadly at doing that combo.
And then you have weak pass blocking. But there we had a pitch out right to Giovanni Bernard as he gained 7 against the defensive end 4 Brian Robeson. But the run defense is a problem for Nathan is because he goes 4-4-5 along the front. Left tackle right Giovanni Bernard. 1 linebacker there. Offensive line to them 5-0 does not make the play. Barnes is only a 4.
Ooh, 4th and 3.
4th and 3 from the 42. But I do agree with punting in here, Dennis, because again, no dump off.
Right.
Even though you probably can throw a short pass there anyway, I just feel like a dump off game. There's going to be more scoring. I'm going to be a little more aggressive offensively. No dump off. You can play old fashioned, the more rudimentary, simplistic style of strat that existed in the 1980s. And play field position and stuff like that a lot more easily. Because you're not going to get what some people view as a cheap dump off completions.
Right. And like you said, both, not only on top of that, but both these teams are playing with less than premium quarterbacks. I mean, they are maybe.
Don't tell that Whedon caught short now. It was ranked number 8 by Ed Burrow, ranked number 12 by me in the set.
Okay, then I scratch that comment.
Case Keenum, not so much. 2nd down and 10 for the Texans as they gained 0 on a Jeremy Langford play. I love Langford after his rookie season, and now he's riding the bench and watching Jordan Howard do the highlights.
Yeah, shows you how fast things change.
Indeed.
Ooh, double team, but it was with the wrong guy.
The short best linebacker double team, so he did not go in the zone, and it was intercepted 2 to 4 line and 12-year-old to 5. Would have been picked with 4 men there, but his linebacker double team does not go in the zone, so instead he gets a 12-yard completion, and that would have been disastrous. But Nathan's, look, he had the fumble. He almost just got picked off here. He had something else bad happening. I can't remember which, but he's still right there. 10-7 off tackle left, Frank Gore. A defensive tackle +1 and +7 is a 7-yard gain. Tyson, help me out, Dennis. Alualu. Anyway, we all know who we're talking about, but none of us can pronounce it. I forget.
Alualu. That's it. Alualu.
That's right. Tyson Alualu. Second, we'll go with that. 2nd and 3 for Houston. One pass, Sammy Watkins. There's a man there, incomplete. Dennis, this is what the problem is. You see the 2 and 12. You're better off trying an onside kick than a long pass right on Case Keenum's card. 3rd and 3 for Houston.
To go on the defensive card, there, especially with all those fours.
You certainly want yes, but it's usually a bad sign if you don't want your own quarterback's card, Dennis. 3rd and 3, midway through the 3rd quarter. Nathan likes to throw bombs. He likes to bomb away. Usually he's a little bit more. Usually with someone a little bit equipped than this. So off tackle right, Frank Gore, the linebacker there. For guessing wrong, as Rick goes for the linebacker zone and guessing pass. Rick has not guessed as much run. Well, you know what? He guessed some run earlier. Nathan kept throwing long pass wrongs. If Nathan would throw some short pass wrongs, so these guys cover by 4s, you can still get a receiver at a nice gain on Sammy Watkins or somebody. Maybe not throw so many bombs. So off tackle left to Frank Gore. Run call offensive onside guard 5-0. No gain. Because I would assume that as terrible as Case Keenum's long pass card is, I mean, his short pass card can't be that terrible. I mean,
when you have a limited quarterback, you're trying to get those big plays off the D card. So
I understand.
That's the way Nathan's gotten here. That's the way he got here. He won his first 2 playoff games. He seemed to always hit one of those bombs deep. So he's trying to stick with that.
All right. Well, those guys were leaving long pass open, especially was Grand Rapids excellent?
No, yeah, you're right. Yeah, he wasn't doing much of that, but
but I'm asking, was Grand Rapids excellent?
Good, excellent. Good run.
Excellent against the pass?
Excellent against the pass. Or let me double check. Actually, they might have been excellent.
But if it was me, I would move my free safety too. But not with the Rick's guys, with the 4s back there. So Dennis, like you said, they have to try and hit the big one. Short pass, say with AJ Green, a big 3rd and 6. Defender X, a short gain. Again, Devon House playing more like his name and not like his rating. As the 6 white die beats the 5 for 17 yards in the first down at the Shreveport 43.
We're going to change his name to Devon Barn Door.
Exactly. So the house door is not locked. That's for sure. Linebacker to Frank Gore. Offensive onside 10 12 and 4. Trevor Robinson being pressed into action to try and lead this linebacker game. He's failed at numerous attempts with a block.
Okay, so just as a point of clarification, Grand Rapids was excellent.
Okay. 2nd and down and 6 for Houston at the Shreveport 39. Off tackle right, Frank Gore. He gets his pass again. This time he only gets 1 yard on Gore's card. So Rick's maybe he's playing the long game. Who's Nathan's backup running back? As Frank Gore is over 20 carries so far.
I'll give you that in a second. I believe
he's got 7 more carries. Unfatigued. 3rd and 5. He ran linebacker here every single time, 3 times in a row. Will Rick call him on it? Will Rick dare call run here and move his free safety up and say, I'm not even going to give you the 4th and short?
It's the aforementioned Jeremy Langford is his backup.
Oh, that's right. He was in there. He actually can run kind of okay. He gets wrong all the time. Flat pass right to Frank Gore this time. The defense does call pass, but it's at a linebacker 4. And there you see, oh my goodness, only 13 units.
That's the difference between Brandon Whedon and Case Keenum right there in a nutshell.
That's a big part of the difference, that's for sure. This is 13 units of flat pass right complete. That is dreadful, Dennis. That is Colin Kaepernick territory. If he had 1 through 6, 13, 17. That's like a short pass card for like a mid-level quarterback.
If he had thrown flat pass left where the linebacker had abandoned it, it would have been a first down.
Like Andy Dalton's short pass is probably like 13, 1 through 6, 11, 17. The 17 wrong, that would be bad for short pass.
Right. Yeah.
You want, like I said, Brandon Whedon's okay with 19. 17 on a flat pass wrong.
Now you see why he's throwing deep. If you might as well throw, if your completion percentage is that low, you might as well go for it all.
I don't know hats off to Nathan. I don't know how he got here.
Conference championship with Keenum. So he's going for it, 4th and 5. You can't run it though.
Yeah, I'll see the short pass. Actually, look, he's better than short. You got 40. He's got more short pass right completions than flat pass. He's 14-20 short pass. Long pass, Leafs need. Cover by 4. The linebacker there must run, sack. No gain. 2 to 7 would have been a first down. No, you need a 5 yard. 2 to 7 was 4 yards or more. Then I said short pass go to 14-20. You get those short pass with that.
Yeah, I especially with those receivers, he's got decent receivers
and bad defenders. So, but I guess maybe when I beat a 15-1 team with a bunch of scrubs, 27-10, I could say something.
Just think about that. He beat Dallas with this team. That's amazing.
They beat that handily, 27-10.
Yeah.
Did you call that game? Is there a broadcast of that game?
There is.
Was it a turnover fast, or what was going on over there?
Hold on. Let me think. Maybe there wasn't a broadcast of that game.
Second one, yeah, it was, yeah. Maybe Marcus had the video destroyed.
Oh, I think it was Michael Reeves. Michael Reeves did a
broadcast. Nice. So second and one, Shreveport, their own 47. Off tackle right to Lamar Miller gains 2. First down.
So despite all this, we've been bagging on Keenum a little bit. Nathan is still right in this game. He gets to stop here or holds it to a field goal. He's still in the game.
He's in the game right now. It's like 10-7. Absolutely.
Yeah, but we're lamenting how bad.
Well, it's entertaining to look at.
With the fact that this is only 10-7.
Yes, and then of course Nathan goes 10-6 and wins his division with Case Keenum, and only an average defense, and then upsets 15-1 Mark in the division around 27-10. And of course, I'm just criticizing his coaching nonstop the entire game. Well, tackle right to Lamar Miller, run key, but only one linebacker there, -2. See, now Miller is pretty bad, guess right. So I feel like sometimes guys, like, they want to key because they think the guy's definitely going to do it. But it's like, if the guy is so bad on right, you can just call run. You don't have to key the guy, but.
Right, but then I think part of the reason there is he wants to get him in second and third and long. He's also trying to send a message. When you key somebody, when you're on defense and you key somebody correctly, they're less likely to go back to that run. They're like, oh God, he's going to key me again. He's going to key me again. That can get into somebody's head.
They are demoralizing. And also not only that, but Rick has not taken any long pass shots that I can recall. So Nathan feels like, hey, I can move my free safety. He's got good defenders on the corners. And Barnes is the guy that is up against the 4, and Barnes is very good. But Nathan's been double teaming him enough that Rick doesn't feel comfortable probably throwing a Barnes at will, certainly.
I think we're disconnected again.
So there's a lot of reasons. I think you're right. So there's a lot of reasons for Nathan to say, I can run key more aggressively.
Yep.
That's a lot of time. Look, in order to win 30-team league, you're not going to have everything. We're looking at 2 teams with a very limited long pass attack.
Yeah, and you have to take chances especially when they were going up against those better teams. When you have a worse team and you're an underdog, there's nothing. Don't just sit there all day and let the guy go at you. Take some chances. Try to figure out what he's doing, and that's the way you can have some success. So they're back up again. So if you want to rejoin.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I agree with everything you just said there. But for this game, it's not. Neither one of them is up against. Is in the huge underdog category.
Correct. Yeah, absolutely.
Sure pitch Alshon Jeffrey as we missed something, but his receiver gets right +15.
No, we missed nothing. We had the minus. The key for -2 was 2nd and 12, and then we got the 15-yard completion.
Yes, I missed the setup before.
Okay, got it.
We're just having a very good game. He has the 1 pick, but 14 of 20, 179, and a touchdown. 1st and 10 Shreveport, Houston 38, late third quarter, 148. Emerald left Lamar Miller. Defense gets his pass, but there's a linebacker there. Offensive onside in 4-0. 4 on a 4. Ryan Griffin makes the block.
I think
2nd and 6.
Another thing too is that when you've had as many turnovers or bad breaks as Nathan has, you get to the point where you really need to level it up, get that back on track because
change the karma.
Yeah, you got to do something. That all those bad breaks will eventually catch up to you unless you make some good breaks yourself.
Yeah, no, there was a lot of reasons in hindsight to see why he would key him. And Miller actually has decent call at 2-3-4, decent yards on 2-3-4, 10, 11, and 12.
Big play here. He's trying to make it a long field goal attempt. We looked at that. Let's see. Are they stuck again? They're going. The pace is definitely slowed down here.
Well, it hasn't slowed down this much. So I get the feeling that
there's some technical stuff.
We didn't get to use a drop. Type something in there.
Okay. No, there's the user drop. So we had to exit out again. So there's definitely some technical snafus going on around here.
We need to get in touch with the league office status. You would think that for the conference championship, we'd have a strong internet connection.
Yeah, this is just like the power blackout in the Superdome during the Super Bowl.
Yes.
What's going on here? And this is not like Zeb Strong's in the game where you're playing on a fishing boat off of the coast of Alaska or something, and you're we're using
you're secretly monitoring Russian communications on behalf of the government. Well, actually, we don't have to do that anymore because the Russians are our best friends now.
So Rick is apologizing for the drops. So it must be the internet connection that.
All right.
Irons.
We need to talk to the Shreveport Power and Gas Company or whoever. 2nd and 6 for Shreveport at the Houston 34. This is a big possession because we only have one. Nathan has to prevent him from getting to the end zone. I'll tell you, Dennis, I'm going to bring it up again. That field goal earlier would have been 13-7 here. And remember, right to Giovanni Bernard. Guess wrong. Short gain, 14 yards in the first down. Bernard has an outstanding end run wrong column with 5, 11, 15, 17 units of short gain or better. Then look at the rest of it. +8, +7, +9.
Five unfatigued carries left for Bernard.
36 seconds left in the third quarter. They're at the Houston 20. Shreveport is. Flat pass right, Lamar Miller. Defender X -3, -1. Trent Murphy makes the play, 4 of 4. What? And there's a 3-yard loss. User dropped.
That's me. My game crashed. It's okay. Keep going. I switched the broadcast over to you.
You probably had it coming, Dennis. 2nd and 13. As we move into the fourth quarter, what did you do to the internet to make it come back on you so horribly, so vengefully?
I don't know.
2nd and 13, Shreveport at the Houston 23.
He really knew that.
-3. Right, Ryan Griffin, 2 linebackers there. Defender X -4, -2. It's -2. You hit that 10 on the flat pass. You're going backwards no matter who you're throwing it to, no matter who the defender is.
What a great couple of sequences for Nathan as he's trying to defend his end zone.
Yes, and Melvin Ingram couldn't even make the play that time. But it's still a 2-yard loss. But now it's a 3rd and 15, so the Shreveport will probably get a long field goal. Dennis, can you tell me the strat numbers for Cairo Santos from the 13 to 22?
He's 2 through 8, 11, and 12. Oh, from 13 to 22?
In case he moves up, yeah.
Hold on one second.
The point is moot. It was an incomplete pass. Flat pass double team. There's a long field goal now. 42 to 10 for Santos is good. He got the bonus of the variable field goal, or it would have been no good. He rolled a 10. So he gets 2 to 10 inside. It's a 13-7 lead for Shreveport. Kick goes 9 yards deep into the end zone. Keyshawn Martin takes it out 30 yards on the defense's card. Probably should have downed it unless he's open for the 2 maybe. It's only a couple of yards. That makes sense. So Nathan now has got 1st and 10 on his own 21. Gained 4 yards there on a guest right call to Frank Gore. 2nd down and 6. Nathan kind of needs points in this drive. You never know. Get a miracle touchdown late in the game, but you don't want to count on that.
But suddenly we're in the fourth quarter. This thing is like...
Pass Benjamin Watson, double teamed by Luke Kuechly. Receiver guest right, +12. Once again, the linebacker double team not getting the job done on the defense/receiver card for Shreveport. And it's the first down for the Texans at their own 37. Keenum now 7 of 16. He started out 0 for 5. Spectators coming in and out amidst the connection fiasco. And Trevor Robinson just quite couldn't make that block yet again, Dennis. I don't know what's wrong with him today, but it's a 4-yard gain on the line, Buck. He's a 0.
He's like, why am I even in the game? I'm supposed to be on the bench. Only an autumn win.
2nd and 6 for the Texans. The right guard saying, let me make a block. Linebacker Frank Gore, nobody there. Double box in play, but defense guessed correctly. -1 in Gore's card. Sets up a 3rd and 7 as Gore's getting low on unfatigued carries. He's got 4 left. 3 wide, 1 halfback. He's run linebucks here on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, but 3rd and 7. There was a nose tackle 0 there. Keenum's got 14 units of short pass right. I like to see a short pass. There it is to A.J. Green, 4-minute zone. Receiver gets right. 57 yards on the Snake Eyes.
Oh,
he's been throwing A.J. Green in passing situations when he throws a short pass because he's covered by a 5 and Rick's double teaming elsewhere. A.J., of course, has maxed out. He's a Pro Bowl type of guy. And he gets a short pass right. Receiver Snake Eyes for 57 yards down to the Shreveport 3-yard line. And he needs a touchdown to take the lead. What a huge play. And we either have Rick Byron's stunned or his internet cannot handle that 57-yard explosion from Kingdom to...
So 2 of the biggest plays have come on receiver readings on Snake Eyes. We had the early one to Bernard, and now this one to A.J. Green. Huge play.
Yes. Type something in, Dennis.
No, we got to exit.
Yep, we're disconnected, you can tell. And the Bernard one, even more lucky, I would say, because it's a flat pass right.
Right.
Short pass, you occasionally get a defender X or a long gain, or in this case, a short pass right. Big reading.
What a game. What a game.
Yes.
Nathan needed that to get it back where he's on level footing here, luck-wise.
Well, he's about to take the lead, if he can.
Yep.
You know what would really help Rick right now?
That field goal, right?
That field goal earlier on, 2 11 to 12, and fourth to be up 16-7. Now everything would have changed from there. I know that, but I'm just saying, theoretically, give yourself as much chance as possible to create some distance between you and Case Keenum. Don't keep these guys a guy in firing in what range? What's the range? In firing range?
Yeah, in firing range.
Yeah, but it is another word in sports we used. That was a short pass wrong for Keenum. This is not a bad call at all, Dennis. Wrong. It's 14-20 in short pass. That's pretty solid.
Right, but not on flats. Not on deep.
No, but yet outside of short pass, outside of third and long, we haven't seen hardly any short passes from Nathan's offense. Second down and goal from the 3. Looks like a right. Frank Gore's a linebacker there.
Oh,
fumbles
my
again.
God.
Third time in the day. Frank Gore, it's a 1-to-8 percentage normally.
3 times.
8.6. Frank Gore fumbles the ball with a -2 at the doorstep at the Shreveport 3-yard line. The play started. The fumble recovery was recovered at the 5. And Nathan has got to be kicking his computer screen.
3 huge fumbles from a guy who probably only had 3 fumbles all year, and he lost 2 of them.
Maybe 3 all decade. He's a shorthanded running back. And Nathan's got to say, what the blank is going on out there? And it's hard to call plays after that. And as the commentator,
just to give you the actual numbers, Gore fumbled 5 times all season and lost 2 of them. Today he's fumbled 3 times and lost 2 of them.
Flat pass right, Ryan Griffin. Receiver gets wrong because of blitz, plus 11. Incomplete on right. Now we're at the middle of the fourth quarter, 8:42 to go. Shreveport trying to make the Super Bowl on the strength of these turnovers. Short pass, Alshon Jeffrey, double team. Intercepted, 11-12. Picked off by the Texans.
Cow.
It's Ronald Darby on the correct double team, the rookie first-round pick. And he needed that double team because it would have been a completion with 3 men in zone. Picks off Brandon Whedon. It's Whedon's second interception and returns it 15 yards to the Shreveport 32. Now he still lost 29 yards on the exchange, but he's got new life yet again. This is a game where it's like the CPR game. They keep coming back from seemingly the dead. It's dreaded 5 on the linebacker wrong for Gore. He's got only 1 or 2 maybe. He's a 27-man. He's only got 2 fatigue carries left. 2nd and 10 for Houston at the Shreveport 32. Off tackle Jordan Frank Gore left. Short game gets wrong. 15 yards at the first down for the Texans at the Shreveport 17. Someone's going to make the Super Bowl in the next 7 minutes and 12 seconds of game time. 3 wide receivers, 1 halfback. I bet you see a draw to Jeremy Langford. I would bet the house on it. Well, I wouldn't bet the house, but I'd bet your house. I bet someone else's house.
I'm going for a flat pass. I'm going for a flat pass here.
It's going to be a linebacker to Langford or an off tackle. Send an interior run to Langford. No. And it's a linebacker to Langford.
You're right.
Right guard +7 and +2. He gained 7 yards behind Kevin Zeitler, who gets nerfed down to a 5, but still good enough to make the block. 2nd down and 3 for the Texans at the Shreveport 10. 6:36 to go. They need a touchdown to take the lead. A field goal makes it a 1-score game, but we've seen the offense is not doing that great today. Can they get back here again for another 3 and stop Rick? Nathan's thinking touchdown. 2nd and 3 from the 10. Short pass Willie Steen covered by 4. Defender X, touchdown. The veteran Dwight Lowry playing the nickel slot is only a 4. It was a white die 6. Touchdown Texans. Can they make the extra point? Greg the leg is 2 to 10 and 12. Hits it on an 8. 14-13 Texans. Rapid fire kickoff is returned 29 yards to the 33. Shreveport at their own 33. Down now 14-3 after leading the whole game. Maybe should have tried that field goal earlier. But now he needs to get down the field, and short pass to Alshon Jeffrey gets wrong. Defender X, Ronald Darby, having a big fourth quarter. Defends it 5 on a 5, incomplete. Shreveport's got to move into field goal range to try to take the lead. 3-4 blitz from Nathan. He's not going to play conservative just because he's leading by 1. Off tackle right, Giovanni Bernard. Even the Cole's pass. 8 + 11 on the defense. First down, Shreveport at their own 44. Landon Collins is on Nathan's team. I've seen his name pop up a couple of times here.
Yeah, he got him late too, so that's a nice pick for Nathan.
Yes, because Collins had a terrible rookie year. Off tackle right, Giovanni Bernard. No linebackers there. Nose tackle 0 + 3. David Parry makes the play. 4 and a 4. No gain for Shreveport, as Bernard is down to maybe 3 carries, 2 carries?
He is
3 on fatigue carries, 3-4 blitz from Mason. Showed it, but didn't bring it last time. 4.5 minutes left. Shreveport needs to get to the 32 without any variation to try 2 to 11-12 field goal to reclaim the lead. and maybe win the game. Left tackle left Bernard. Defense gets him past one linebacker there. -2 or +3. Jordan Hicks against the run is only a 4, and he drills Bernard for a 2-yard loss.
Yeah,
setting up 3rd and 12.
I think Nathan got like Hicks in the second and Collins in the third. That was like I
think Collins went in the second round also somewhere.
Okay.
But I'm not positive.
Right. So
actually, I was getting married. I was getting married that day, so not that day. So I'm not sure. 3rd and 12, Shreveport at their own 42. He goes shotgun nickel 3-3-5 blitz.
There's another example of what Nathan can do with a 3-4 defense and his linebackers.
Pass Alshon Jeffrey intercepted on the double team again. Intercepted by someone on the defense. Ronald Darby's 2nd interception of the game, of the quarter. It was a 3rd and long, so Rick understandably had to throw a short pass, and he rolled the dreaded 9 in the defense, 2 to 6 and 12 with 4 men, picked off, even without a double team. And Nathan's got the ball at the Houston 43. Now, no matter what the result of this drive is,
we talked about how atypical it was of Frank Gore to cough it up 3 times. Well, Brandon Whedon, he threw 39 touchdowns and 15 interceptions in the regular season, leading the league with quarterback rating. So you don't expect him to throw, what is that, his 3rd fumble or 3rd interception of the day?
I believe that's his 3rd interception, yes. There's been a lot of turnovers this game, like you said, from unlikely sources. Now, no matter what happens on this drive, Shreveport can come back to at least tie the game.
Correct.
If you get a touchdown on the 2-point conversion, unless Nathan gets a touchdown and goes for 2, which I don't think he would do in a million years. 3 wide, 1 halfback.
We've talked about
AJ Green, guess right, 10 yards, but not with this matchup.
Not with this matchup and the personnel, but in neutral situations, if you go up 7, you got nothing to lose by going for 2 and ending the game. So I would love to see Nathan do that.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I have nothing to lose. It depends on the personnel, but there's a lot of times when it makes sense. Yes, you can win the game with a 2-point play. I think here I'll go for the 1 probably. 14-13 for Houston. They're at the Shreveport 46. I don't know why. I thought he was in Shreveport territory earlier. So that was my bad. 2:24 to go. Linebacker Frank Gore. Guess right, gains 5 yards. Gore is now fatigued. As Shreveport calls a defensive timeout just outside the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 5. So the 2-minute warning will sound. So he has to stop Nathan this play, and then he has to stop him again on 3rd down and force a punt at about 152.
Without the white die 1, that would have been a 37-yard gain.
Was he 3 wide there?
He was 3 wide there. It was guessed wrong, but he had the white die 1. That changed it from +37 to +5.
So now we got Jeremy Langford for the game. I don't know what his fumble numbers are. Linebacker, offensive onside right guard, +7 and +2. Kevin Zeitler with another key block down the stretch.
Langford is a minimal.
Fumble numbers 3.0. Very minimal.
Minimal.
Another reason why I liked him so much as a rookie, and then he stinks as a second-year guy. 1st and 10. Houston at the Shreveport 34. 2 minutes to go and 2 defensive timeouts. Nathan's trying to complete the comeback.
All you need is 1 more first down. That's it.
Right.
Then you can knee it out.
That's right. I was in that similar situation a couple weeks ago, Dennis. How did I handle that?
Remind me.
Very poorly. Very disastrous ending. After a pass that was picked off, and the other guy scored.
Yeah, that was brutal. I didn't want to bring it up, but
no, it's worth bringing up. Linebacker Jeremy Langford, defense gets his run. Guess right, no yards. There's a defensive timeout for Rick. And this is where the dump off, the absence of the dump off.
Oh, hold on.
Favors the team that's leading. 14-13, 152 to go. So if there's a run here and then a timeout, I mean, if Rick stops him, well, what will they have to do on 4th down? He's at the Shreveport 34. I'm sure he'd let you get a couple more yards. Off tackle right to Frank Gore. There's a linebacker 4, not a linebacker. Defensive tackle 4 there. A fatigued Gore gains only 4 yards. 5 yards would have been otherwise. He's got 20 carries for 131 yards. He's been the workhorse, but he has 3 fumbles, 2 lost. Hard to say great game when that happens. And that was Shreveport's final timeout. Houston's got 3rd and 6 at the Shreveport 30. A first down would win the game. But if you throw the ball, you risk interception. If he plays conservatively, you could try a long field goal. His kicker is not good, Greg Zuerlein. So 3rd and 6, Dennis.
Okay, I'm back.
3rd and 6 at the 30 for Nathan. He's leading by 1. He's got a bad kicker. Rick's out of timeouts. If he throws the ball and gets the first down, by any stretch, he wins the game.
You got to throw short. You got to throw short here, right?
Well, you could run it. You could run it with Langford at one of these tackle 4s, and then still, if you want, go for it on 4th down if the field goal chance is that bad.
No, because he's in 4-3. He's going to throw.
Look at pass AJ Green throwing out a 6, 7 yards and a first down for Case Keenum.
And Nathan's going to the Uber Bowl.
Guard And the Texans are going to the
my.
Uber Bowl. Is it Uber or Uber?
Uber. The
Uber with a P?
yeah.
And
Wow.
Lord Byron's Rick has got to be upset. You know what, Dennis? You should have tried the field goal. And Nathan, with the improbable,
he's taken his Houston Texans to the Uber Bowl. My, oh my.
The unlikely road to the Super Bowl. This game was played in an hour and about 2 minutes with about 12 internet connections.
A lot of heart attacks there.
Nathan's toughest battle was against Michigan, against Mick, 19 in the wild card round, 1913. Well, no, he just beat Rick 14-13, so I can't say that. I don't know if that's right.
But you should. But he overcame 3 big turnovers. Right? He had the interception himself, and then the 2 lost fumbles.
Yeah. Well, how many did he get back though? You should look that up. How many turnovers were committed by each team?
So we had 2 lost fumbles for Houston. Oh, they did not have an interception, and 3 picks for Brandon Whedon. So, we were lamenting all the bad breaks that Nathan had, but he actually came out ahead on the turnover battle.
Yeah, apparently I don't have the AW final season standings in it for some reason.
I have them here. I can show you. What do you want to know?
I've got Nathan at 8-6.
Yeah, no, 9-7.
14 game schedule. He's at division.
The Texans were 10-6. 10-6.
Yeah, no, I'm saying I didn't have his. I don't have the final file, so I have him at 8-6. Let me install that really quick.
Okay, so I'll present my screen. So let's see if we can take a look at it here. Yeah, so the Texans were 10-6. They took care of Michigan, and then they had the big upset over Dallas, and now they've taken care of the Shreveport Steamer. So 3 big wins to get to the Uber Bowl for Nathan. That's pretty impressive with that team, with Case Keenum at quarterback, Frank Gore, who we picked up in a trade with the Seahawks in the offseason, cost him a 4th round pick next year, but he's been worth every penny.
Yeah, let's say Frank Gore's card. It's not like he's got it's not like he's got Jamal Charles back there or somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not a bad card. It's a pretty decent card. But, if you had Case Keenum and, vintage Adrian Peterson or something, you'd be like, oh, well, that's one thing. But you got Case Keenum, Frank Gore, and an average defense. Right.
And and Nathan just brought out a good point. Rick had his first touchdown double covered. Right, wrong, or doubles on that 7. Keenum threaded it in there. So that was a big play.
Absolutely. Let me restore this regular season thing. One moment.
So the Texans have given up here. Check this out. The Texans defense with all those 4s has given up 13 points in the wild card game, 10 points against the top seed Dallas Cowboys, and then 13 points in the conference championship. So he's averaging about 12 points a game in the playoffs. That's pretty impressive. Nice defense.
What's interesting in Autumn Wind with all the random divisional assignments is you get these divisions where it's like we did the preseason show, the season preview show. You get these divisions where it seems like nobody has a good team. So like in Nathan's division, there was nobody in that division that we looked at and said, "Oh boy, this team's really good." I don't know who we might have predicted, New England or Philly.
Yeah, New England.
But I don't think we didn't look at New England and be like they were even as good as, let's say, Oakland. We know that this year Dallas, Grand Rapids, and Seattle, your team, probably were the 3 best teams in the league. But Oakland was a strong, solid team. If they would have been in that division, you would have said, "Oh yeah, Oakland's pretty good. They'll win this division." There was nobody, I think, even at that level. Look, Nathan was plus 42 in point differential for the regular season, and but then he gets you win a division and get in the playoffs, partly because it's a weak division, and then all of a sudden you have a miracle run, and now you're in the Super Bowl.
Amazing.
And he really. Michigan was 11-5. They were 8-0, so that was a very good team that he beat. And then Grand Rapids was 14-2, and loaded personnel gave up 200 points in the regular season. So did he beat Grand Rapids, or he beat Dallas, right?
He beat Dallas, yeah. I have the playoff up on my league.
Okay, yeah. So he beat Michigan, right?
He beat Michigan in the wild card round,
Michigan
1913.
1913. That team was 11-5, 8-0 start in the toughest division in the league. So no shame to finish 11-5. So that was a good team. He beat him 1913. Then he goes to play 15-1 Dallas. Correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't Dallas 15-0?
15-0 going into the last game.
15-0.
They were thinking undefeated season like the Patriots, except for the loss in the Super Bowl. But they were thinking they wanted to get the 16-0 first time ever anybody had ever gone undefeated in an autumn wind league.
Is that right?
Yes, and that's never happened. And then he wanted to get take it all the way to the Super Bowl, obviously. But
so, it was interesting. It's 15-0 looks real good. 0-2 not so much.
Yes, the last two were
that really sucks. And Mark's been on the other side. Wasn't Mark 9-7 and made the Super Bowl after I think he beat the Duke like a 13-3 team a couple years ago, and then Mark ended up making the Super Bowl, the 9-7 team.
Yeah, he did. That's right.
And
off the website.
And maybe he lost to Tim. Maybe that's who Tim beat in the Super Bowl. I forget. So look. In the NFL, these things happen. I remember in the 90s, Jacksonville and Denver, a couple of teams had some really good regular seasons and got bounced in the divisional round. And Mark Hagan 15. Like you said, though, you see the upsets even less. And want to win because of the double counting, or you'd think you would. But this postseason on the NFC side has been an upset extravaganza.
Exactly.
So and Mark was 15-1, only allowed 191 points, scored for over 400 points. So that's a rough, and it wasn't even close, 27-10. So that's a rough way for him to end his season. And then this team, when we talk with them, like, oh well, they're not that great. They did a nice job. He was 13-3.
Yeah.
It was now this was a division where I don't think we said there's one super strong team out there, but Carolina was doing well at one point in the regular season. That might have been a dispersal draft team, but he had a good start. He might have been 8-5 and then lost his last three. And then Claude has a good history in this league. We thought maybe he might do a little more.
Defending champion.
The Niners, I think, we're off to a decent start. But the steamer just kept rolling, Dennis.
Yes. Nice.
And then we're steamrolling. And so 13-3. So you beat 11-5 in the first round, 15-1 in the second round, 13-3 in the third round. I tell you, it's a good thing you didn't go 16-0, Dennis, because you'd be next to 16-0, maybe a 15-1 if you're able to beat New Orleans. He already beat one 15-1 team. He already shot.
He's not afraid of anybody right now. He says, "Bring him on. I'm taking all comers. That trophy's got my name written on it. I'm just a matter of taking it to the engraver." So
it's great to make the Super Bowl with a team like this, Dennis. But don't you think he's worried about how it hurts his draft position?
I don't think that's entered into his mind.
No, especially when you're drafting 29th instead of 23rd anyway. So, so there we have it. We have a exciting ball game. What did you do? Did you close the Hangout?
No, we're still broadcasting.
Okay. There it is. Okay, it goes differently on this.
Well, I'm sharing your screen. So I'm sharing your screen. So whatever you're looking at is what you're going to see in the Hangout.
Okay, I better have an accidental stream of consciousness. Click on something not suitable for work, shall we say?
No, but let's wrap it up. I want to talk to you about something else, and then we'll look forward to the game tomorrow.
So this was a very dramatic game. Shreveport was up 3-0. They eschewed the field goal, 2-11-12. They missed the fourth down opportunity, but then they later got a touchdown to go up 10-0. Houston came back on a big play, I think, to get a touchdown to double team to make it 10-7. Shreveport went 13-7 in the fourth quarter. But Houston had the big 57-yard completion, short pass right from Keenum to A.J. Green. Then they fumbled, but then Whedon got picked off at his own 35. And Houston came back for the game-winning touchdown, or the go-ahead touchdown, 14-13. Shreveport could not get across midfield on their final possession, I believe, and that was it. I forget what happened at the end there. But anyway, Houston won 14-13 and advances to the Super Bowl. Congratulations, Nathan. Great job by both him and Rick. They both had tremendous upsets to get here, and we'll sign off now. And we have tomorrow night is the AFC Championship game between Dennis Crowley's Seattle Seahawks and is it Jean Lafleur's New Orleans Saints?
You are correct.
And that'll be brought to you by Michael Reeves, question mark?
Yes, I believe so.
I am not available due to prior plans. And then we'll see what happens. Hopefully I can go to the Super Bowl. All right,
Sounds
guys.
good.
This is Tom, and say goodbye, Dennis.
Goodbye, Dennis.
Signing off. Later, guys. Bye-bye.